Hey everybody, Hollywood Pizza here, and we've got some more tournament coverage for you today. We've got the top 8 of the PizzaBox Open from this past Sunday, November 13th. Commentary is going to be by HamHocks42 and EFilly. You can find information for their content and the deck list below in the description. Let's jump right into some games.
Yeah, we're working. We got stuff to do, but at the end of the day, we're hanging out talking about Magic cards. They're the ones handling the tickets and actually coordinating with people and dealing with 114, different individuals, all with their own, challenges. Like, it's a whole thing. It's a lot.
I could never imagine even.
Yeah, mad props to everybody behind the scenes making that happen. Y'all are amazing.
Yeah,
thank you.
Pizza's the best.
Oh yeah. So I cannot express, my my gratitude and appreciation for what they do. I cannot do it enough. But yeah, it blows my mind every time. And also, by the way, we do these 3 times a month, and they're free to enter. So if you're having fun and you're watching at home, thinking, "Man, this is pretty neat," I'd kind of like to get in on that. Well, you can. It's that simple.
And the next one will be very shaken up with the new set.
Exactly.
Out too.
Yeah, the next time we do standard, it's gonna be much different. So definitely look.
Even Explorer too.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Actually, I should have this off the top of my head, but I don't. So let me go ahead and.
I think Explorer's next, right? It's like not even that long from now.
I believe that's correct.
Yes,
the 20th. So next week.
It'll be out.
Yes, the PizzaBox Open Explorer. Yeah. So if you have a sweet Explorer deck and you want to show it off and you think could be a sleeper, that's actually really cool too. When oh no, Faust did not get the 3rd land drop.
That was a beat down.
Oh yeah, that was brutal. Yeah, Mog hit all the right action right on curve, and Faust just didn't have their 3rd land. They kept a 2-lander. I mean, it's a tale as old as time. All of us arena players know it so well.
Yeah,
you're looking at the hand. It's got a bunch of great
2 lands.
It's got maybe a piece of removal, some kill, like a great 3-drop. All right, if I can hit my 3rd land, this is gonna be perfect, easy peasy, no problem.
Win.
Yep.
I know. I'm very fearful of mulliganing. I'm like, if I see the lands, I'm like, all right, we're good.
I'm kind of the same way. I've had a number of times where it's like 4 lands in the open hand, sweet, keep, and then I look back at the other 3 cards and realize they're all like 5+ drops. Like, oh.
Yeah. Useless.
I've made a terrible mistake.
Not even in the colors.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's always fun too when I'm streaming that, because then chat's like, "Why did you keep that?" It's like, because I wasn't paying attention. That's why.
You're experimenting.
Yeah, that's my favorite, by the way. Like, so by the way, if you're a streamer out there and somebody asks you, "Why did you do that?" It is okay to just say, "Because I screwed up." It's okay. Just own it. People will appreciate it, and sometimes you can get a laugh, and that's what we're out for, right?
Oh, they let me know. They'll let me know when I screw up. They don't even ask. They just tell me.
I was saying, do you have the MTG bot set up so that people can punt you? Yeah.
Punt? Yeah. I have
oh man, counter. I've had a couple of those where it's like, punt. This is the 5th on the day. Like, really? Oh, dude. Yeah.
It tells you the rate of how
exactly. It's pretty brutal. Yeah. It's like 2 punts per hour.
Brutal.
Like, oh, come on. Why?
Wow.
I didn't want to know that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's fun though. It's fun. That's the point.
It is
All right. So here we go.
Fun.
This is looking like a much more even match here. So Mog is gonna stick Rafine on 3. Faust has a Bloodtithe Harvester and a Tri-land. We got good mana on both sides. That's what we want to see. Let's see good mana on both sides. Cut down.
Yeah, because then everybody gets to play.
Cut down hitting Rafine on the 1 turn where cut down hits Rafine. And Bloodtithe Harvester, because it turns out 3 2s for 2. Pretty good.
Toulouse.
Yeah.
These are all sideboard cards, right? The Cathar, the Toulouse.
I believe so.
Or the Cathar. Yeah. Prep for Grixis.
Actually, let's see. So I'm looking at this particular Esper midrange list that we're looking at. The Wandering Emperors came in from the side. And the Brutal Cathars came in from the side. Wow, interestingly enough, there are only 2 Brutal Cathars in the list. Both of them are in the sideboard, and both of them found their way into the hand in game 2.
Love it. You gotta love that.
Oh, yeah. That's the best. All right, and so Mog there casting the Wandering Emperor on Faust's end step, drawing the counter out, but as a direct result, it's now a counter that's not in hand to deal with Toulouse. And we get the connive on.
So much connive. Oh.
Because they have the abrade. Okay, fair enough. And it triggers in such a way so that whatever they discard is just gone forever. All right. Well,
those spells in red are so scary when it comes to like, do I block with my Sheoldred? Probably not.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you always know.
Yeah, the 3 damage can make a huge difference. Yeah.
It's like open red mana and open blue mana are both scary in the Grixis.
Gotta be aware of it. Oh, yeah.
It's like open white mana. What do they have? I guess Destroy Evil.
Yeah, definitely.
But still.
Destroy Evil. Maybe Fateful Absence if they're feeling saucy. I noticed that kind of fell out of favor, but it's around. If they have a lot of open white mana, there's Wandering Emperor.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So the Brutal Cathar is getting blasted with an Infernal Grasp, so the Bloodtithe Harvester enters under Faust's control again. And that Bloodtithe Harvester could now take out Rafine.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
They could still take it out.
Yeah, it's Sheoldred with the 1 mana up to pay for the ward.
Oh, perfect.
Oh my goodness.
They do have 2 answers for Sheoldred, though.
True. So we're going to see that upkeep stop.
I love that. That was a great update on Arena's part.
Oh my goodness, yes. Well, how many games have you played where
take 4?
Like, why didn't I get a stop? Oh, come on. Yeah. Yeah, that was the worst when you have an instant speed kill spell and then you die to Sheoldred's trigger anyway. Like, come on.
Especially with grass where it hits you anyway.
Right. Yeah. Brutal. Ooh. All right, Brutal Cathar is coming. Speaking of Brutal Cathar is entering the battlefield just so there's a body on board.
Yeah, it feels a little bad, but needed.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to be doing, but at the same time, at this point, now the onus is on Faust to play a spell. Because if they don't, that Brutal Cathar becomes, a 3/3 with ward. So, and they haven't yet. They've activated a lot of abilities, but a spell hasn't come down yet. But now...
Oh, Steve.
Hey, thank you so much, Steve.
Hey, nerdy Steve. I see it now.
Oh my goodness. Steve, you're the best. Thank you so much. All right, and welcome, Raiders. Thank you for joining us here for the PizzaBox Open Standard. That's right, brought to you by MagicJank.com. We are enjoying the top 8. That's where we're at. We're in the quarterfinals, and here we have Esper midrange versus Grixis midrange. It's definitely a mid-range fest at the top end. Not that we're super surprised by that, but there are at least a number of variants in how the decks are constructed. Like this particular Esper list that we're watching right here is definitely
different.
Like much more creature heavy than some of the other variants that we've seen. This is, you could almost call this aggro.
Yeah, Jadar, Toulouse. Oh, are these the sideboard cards? I don't remember. I don't think so.
Yeah, and then we got
even the sideboard's creatures.
Yeah, right, exactly.
All creatures.
And Brutal Cathar, Thalia, those are kind of, aggro staples. So, yeah. That's pretty darn sweet. Yeah, I gotta say, I also love seeing Jadar here. This was a very interesting keep, given that they have no black mana. And 2 of those lands are legendary, so they can only play one of them. And they drew a 3rd out of Aura.
No. Oh, no.
No, what are you doing? There you go. Thank you. Yeah, tap it first. Okay, perfect.
That's definitely
the play. That's what you need to do.
That.
All right. I have too. Yeah.
That's the move I've done. I played it without even realizing it's 2 legendaries.
Yep, I've done that too. It's like, are you sure? It's like, yeah, of course I'm sure. Why wouldn't I be sure? Yeah, play it. Like, oh, that's right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, why wouldn't I be sure?
Yeah, come on. Of course I'm sure. Like, what?
Clearly I want to do it. I just did it.
Yeah, Arena, do what I tell you. It's like, oh, yeah. You were looking out for me. My bad. Yeah.
All right. Well, they have kind of the black.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, the Rafine's Tower, it gives them access. I mean, they now have access to Rafine, Adeline, or Jadar. And if they want to do the tap Otawara, sacrifice it action again, they could theoretically throw a tie on their turn. Although that's probably not a great idea. I think Rafine here makes sense.
Yeah.
You can make a solid argument for Rafine or Adeline. Both are pretty good.
You like to use the Obscura to counter things, right?
Yep, the Obscura Interceptor is definitely... it has that remand style effect where you can push a spell back into your opponent's hand when you connive with it. So yeah, that's definitely how you want to use that.
Ugh.
Yep. Man,
No.
the amount of sheer removal that Faust has gotten their hands on.
Oh yeah, because
absurd.
there's so many creatures. You're like, all right, it's all coming in.
Yeah. Oh, just all the removal, all of it. It's kind of bonkers, actually.
I know. That's my favorite way to. I let you play your spell, but I like to remove it. I'm not much of a counter. But I like to destroy things once they hit the field.
You know, that's a fine way to answer a lot of threats. That is a perfectly fine way to answer a whole lot of threats that are out there. Yeah, and it looks like Faust is very much, in the same boat. Because looking at their list, I mean, they have 2 Vulture Surge, 1 Cut Down, 1 Abrade, 2 Infernal Grasp. They're rocking 3 Make Disappears, 4 Invoke Despairs. No surprise there.
No.
Only 1 Soul Transfer. They have a lot of one-ofs with specific types of removal.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
Attacking.
Okay. Attacking, no block.
Attack. Why did they do that? They have something in their hand? Oh, why did they attack there?
I'm thinking
if Rafine, what would have happened if Rafine blocked?
They could have been bluffing a combat trick. Because at the end of the day, they only have 1 mana back.
Black mana.
Yeah, so there was no concern about a Voltage Surge or anything like that. And looking at their deck, I'm not exactly sure. I don't see any pump spells or anything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was
just an attack. I'm just wondering.
Get in for some free damage. I mean,
yeah. Oh.
And here comes Urtai, blowing up Sheoldred. You gotta get rid of Sheoldred. That makes sense. Now they could have done that pre-combat, and that would have prevented the life loss on the Rafine Connive. But they chose not to.
It's just so scary now with the Bank Buster. Oh no.
Yeah, Faust Flash is GG's, and that is correct.
Or they have so much land, and the Bank Buster to draw with, like, Mog didn't have a chance.
Not really.
He didn't get the land.
Yeah,
had all the drops. Had all the creatures.
And even the Bloodtether Harvester coming in and crewing the Bank Buster was just overkill because the Corpse Appraiser was enough on the attack.
Oh no.
Ouch. This video is brought to you by MagicJank.com, the spiciest cards for your sauciest decks. Buy and sell Magic the Gathering products and gear today on MagicJank.com. So, that opening hand, 3 lands. 2 of them were legendary, legendary to the same copy.
Yeah.
And then Rafine's Tower showing up as the 3rd land. While Rafine's Tower is a good card, getting it on 3 feels pretty bad. Because, they were just a little bit behind that whole game. And, Faust just drew just so much gas.
Now we're in a Rafine or a Esper Mirror?
I think that's a safe bet. Yeah. Yes, that is. Yes, we are Esper midrange versus Esper midrange.
Oh no, Emperor! She's so toxic. She just barges in the door.
Yep. Like let me just end this game real quick. Yeah, that's yeah. That +1/+1 counter, it goes a long way.
Relatable,
right? Yeah, it's one of those things when you see a Planeswalker with Flash, like, and that's just such
the exile with Flash in the domain. What's the card? The not Lockdown.
Leyline Binding.
Leyline Binding. Yeah. Yes, that one now too. Jesus.
I know, right? Yeah, like whenever you're going up against Esper, they're just like, I'm gonna play my land and go. It's like, yeah, of course you are. That's
yeah,
of course. Why would you play on your turn? Like,
I'm gonna flash in all my stuff.
I'm just gonna flash in all my stuff. Yeah. Well, and Leyline Binding 2 is a great example of like an incredibly busted card. To be honest, like I thought, okay, this thing costs 6. There's no way that people are gonna be casting that early enough in the game to really be consistent. It's like I knew it was gonna be a good card no matter what, because just like any kind of flash, like Banishing Light style effect is going to be good. But with the tri-lands available,
I know the tri-lands.
You throw a Raffine's Tower on 1.
On like turn 3, you're pretty much.
I've hit it on turn 1 a number of times. Yeah. Like, because you throw a tri-land on 1 that produces white. You throw another tri-land on 2 that has the other 2 types on it. You have all 5. Leyline Binding only costs 1. You can rip it as quick as turn 2. turn 2 with 2 tap lands. It's bonkers. Like, yeah,
Absolutely.
it's insane. And then turn 3, of course, you drop Zur and go to town. But yeah,
make it aggressive.
Seems
An
good.
aggressive binding.
Yeah, it seems good. I love beating people to death with my removal spells. It's fun.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That's an insane mechanic to attack with aggressive enchantments.
It gets out of hand. Yeah, it gets out of hand fast. All right, so here we go. So we got Thalia on board versus Dennick, Pious Apprentice, and this is exactly where Dennick shines. Having 3 toughness and lifelink. Yeah, Dennick is capable of standing up to Thalia, which is pretty fantastic, preventing the attack there, which you love to see. Now, Mark here is rocking Ratadrabik, who I gotta say, I freaking love Ratadrabik. I think that card is awesome.
I respect your pronunciation.
Oh, thank you.
I can't say it.
I think it's Ratadrabik. I haven't looked it up. I'm choosing no
clue.
I'm choosing to trust that it is in fact Ratadrabik.
Ratadrabik, I trust you.
Might also be like Ratadrabik. I don't know. I think it's Ratadrabik, and I'm just gonna say it confidently, and we're gonna.
And then yeah, I believe you.
That's that. That's what
worked for me.
Sweet, I'll take it. So destroy evil coming down to deal with Rafine.
4 mana destroy evil on Rafine. Brutal.
Sometimes it's what you gotta do. Yeah.
I know.
That ward 1 is a surprisingly big cost to pay sometimes.
With Thalia out.
All right, Dennick is back again. Tell a friend. In the 3/2 ghost form. Now we have Owl or Ratadrabik. Both are pretty nice. Thalia's going to crash in first. First strike's a beautiful thing.
Yep. Oh.
I think Owl makes sense here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Owl makes sense here. I want to get Ratadrabik online like quickly because that gets out of hand fast, especially if you can like get Ratadrabik and Owl down at the same time, and then when Owl dies,
it looks like it might.
Yeah.
Happen.
Maybe. So cut down on Thalia. So now all of a sudden a 2 mana cut down on Thalia at that. Cause Thalia. So now Vert's spells are now kind of unlocked. So that feels good. Yeah. And
destroy.
So Mark is choosing to attack with Owl before casting Ratadrabik. I think I would have thrown Ratadrabik.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I was thinking that too.
Thrown Ratadrabik before combat. That way, if they had anything,
just in case,
you would have gotten a token copy of Owl in addition to the death trigger.
Maybe they were worried about it being countered.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. That's fair. But
they have mana for it though. 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4. No.
Yeah, but Plaza of Heroes is gonna protect Owl this turn, so fair enough.
That's actually pretty good then.
Yeah, it worked out.
Maybe. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Well, they can kill it.
They sure could. Just deal with whatever comes next.
That's my favorite. Because it's like I can't just handle not like
right. Oh, of course. Yeah. No, the 5/4 will just kill you. They might whiff. Yeah. It's possible.
Yeah. I love. Yeah. Oh. They have clues now, and they have a lot of land. Decent amount.
Rafine's not a whiff, unfortunately. Yeah.
They can double block and.
True.
That would be. They probably. Well, they have to at least.
They choose to take it. That is interesting. Yeah, I would have imagined they were to put something in front of Owl there, but they chose not to. I feel like Dennick had done their job at this point.
And Infernal Grass is looking scary right now.
Yes.
At 4 life. Do you bounce something? Just swing. They have to block. You're at 20 life. Like.
Yeah, you're 20 life.
They both have vigilance.
Yeah, everything has vigilance. So.
It's a good spot.
Yeah, you could. I mean, it would be reasonable to swing with both, I think. Because Rafine can just soak up Ratadrabik, but it's also possible that Vert will kind of overthink things and assume there's some kind of removal. But there's also Otawara, so I don't know. There were options there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennick's going to take one for the team here.
Oh,
Wandering Emperor. Let's go.
There she comes.
Yep.
Barging in the door.
As she's wont to do, just barging in. Yeah. So presumably what they're going to do here is uptick, put a +1/+1 counter, and give Dennick first strike. I'm pretty confident that's what we're about to see here. At which time Mark is going to bounce Dennick.
Send it.
Or just protect Ao again. Because if Ao has indestructible, the first strike damage isn't going to kill them, and then Dennick bites it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. Not a bad way to do it. And because they have 2 legendary creatures online, Otawara only costs 2 to channel.
That's great. Send it back.
Rafine's Ward is still a factor, but if whatever they drop next, like if they drop a Shield Red or something, just pick it up. Yeah.
Or a little token if they don't put anything else out.
No, yeah, at the very least the Samurai token.
Oh,
just
no token.
Yeah, they're going for the counter on Rafine. Fair enough.
They have 4 cards in hand though. It's decent. Oh.
Yeah, Lifelink's not what Mark wants to see here. No attacks. Makes sense because you'd be dead on the crackback. And that's generally bad. So let's see. If Mark were to bounce Dennick, attack with both, it forces Vert to put Rafine in front of Ao, assuming there are no combat tricks, which there very easily could be. It would force a block there. Retadric would get in, putting Vert down to 1. Because both have vigilance, you're not worried about Emperor.
Yeah. That's great.
Ooh, they're choosing to go after Wandering Imp here.
I didn't realize that Rat-a-tat-tat had vigilance too.
Yes. Yeah, they have vigilance, and they give all of your zombies vigilance, which is pretty great.
Oh my god, so good.
Pretty good. No, that card
and if you can get a token AO or Ao, get a token and the effect from it dying.
Yeah, that is like if Ao, I assume it's Ao. It might be AO, but yeah.
I think it is Ao. I always say AO because it's like kind of fun.
Let me hear you say AO.
I think it's Ao. AO. Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Here comes a Rafine. All right, sure.
Holy Rafines.
So many Rafines.
Is that the third one?
I think so.
Third Rafine?
Yeah. Just all the Rafines. All right, Dennick is gonna get a little boost here. Okay.
Still can't attack though. Oh, they do though. I guess they can.
They disagree. All right. And they get their connive on. Otawara is gonna go ahead and bounce Dennick before the connive comes through. Which is interesting because this actually gives Vert the option. I don't know what else they have in their hand, but it gives Vert the option to actually discard Dennick and oh no, I'm mistaken. It fizzled. Just kidding. Don't mind me. I was mistaken.
Fizzle. You have to do it before that for it to fizzle. I see.
Well, what happened there, what I believe happened is the ability did resolve and it checked the number of attacking creatures upon resolution.
Oh, there was no attacking
0.
creatures.
So yeah, it ended up being connive 0. I believe that's what happened there. Jadar's good value. Not super impactful at this stage in the game, but it is a good card.
Yeah, some Rafine removal would have been real nice.
Oh, yeah. Anything that could pick off Rafine would have been just cash money there. Ooh, going after Emperor. No, going face. Yeah, because you force the block if you go face.
Yeah. True, I guess that's the removal in itself.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that is removal for Rafine. Whereas if you go Emperor, that gives them a choice. Would you rather let me remove Rafine or the Emperor? And to be honest, yeah, if I'm Vert, Rafine was way more valuable than the Wandering Emperor at this point.
Yeah, oh yeah. That life gain. They have to attack.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not fun, but what are you gonna do? Yeah.
If Dennick had vigilance,
right?
that'd be busted. You'd gain so much life. Is there a life gain with vigilance?
Life gainer with vigilance. There has to be, right?
No way, that sounds horrible. You attack and block and double life
that's a good
gain?
question. I need to find that now.
I know Elspeth can do that.
Right. Well, there are a lot of
Make it
effects that can
so.
untap.
Yeah.
Untap creatures. That's pretty great.
Shelly's out.
Ooh, Shelly's here. All right.
More life gain.
If there's any single card that can stabilize a game, it's that one right there. So
finally did a dent on Mark. Swinging team.
Absolutely.
Oh, was it?
All right. And yes, when it comes to Vigilance Lifelinkers, there is Danitha Benalia's Hope from Dominaria United.
Oh.
4/4 for 5.
Wait.
First strike, Vigilance Lifelink, and when she ETBs, you may put an aura or equipment from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield attached to her.
From this set?
Dominaria United, yeah.
Came out?
The last set that just came out. Yep.
Why aren't we seeing her?
That
sounds busted.
She is, yeah. She's a 5-drop, and there's not very. And right now, equipment and auras just aren't great. That's the only reason.
Not a thing. They're not even a thing.
Yeah, they're not exactly.
Are equipment's gonna come with artifacts, or no? It's not like that in the new set.
There are a couple of pieces of equipment in Brothers War, but not. I don't think any that are really gonna like crack this open. You know, unfortunately, because that'd be awesome. Yeah. I mean, we have a couple pieces. Like there is Eater of Virtue from Kamigawa. Like the bone splitter, the +2/+0 for 1 that can, when a creature dies, you exile it, and then all the keywords kind of get imbued onto the Eater of Virtue, so it can give it to other stuff. So that card's pretty great. It just doesn't really have a home. Yeah, and there's also all the reconfigure cards from Kamigawa. Those are all equipment.
Oh yeah.
So lizard blades and that kind of thing are out there.
Oh my god, those are.
There might be something.
Extra factor.
There might be something there. I'm gonna experiment with it. We'll see. Yeah. All right. So Ludovic making an appearance on Vert's side. So we are in game 3 now. This is game 3. We're still in the top 8. These are the quarterfinals.
Esper on Esper.
Esper on Esper violence. Exactly. All right. And we have and I'm looking. This is the only match that has not completed as of yet. The other ones that we did have Grixis win 1. Actually, we have 2. Actually, wait a minute. Do we have all 3? Yeah, 3 Grixis lists are advancing into the semifinals.
Wow.
And we're gonna have one Esper list from this match. So, wow.
So it'll be probably a mirror and then a.
Yep.
Tale this time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, we might, and the finals are gonna come down to either a Grixis mirror or Esper Grixis.
I feel like that came out of nowhere. The Grixis, like. I feel like it was like suddenly it was just the best deck.
Right. Yeah.
I don't feel like that was like leading up or anything. I feel like it just came out of nowhere.
It's funny. I kind of feel the same way. It was, I don't remember if it was the New Capenna championships when like the first Grixis mid-range list kind of started bubbling up, or at least that's when I became aware of it, I should say. And that was when, there people were running Evelyn and, Corpse of Praise and that kind of thing. But it wasn't like the best deck.
Yeah,
it wasn't the deck, but it was definitely a deck. Like, it's like, okay, this is looking pretty good. And yeah, I think the moment we saw Sheoldred show up.
Is that what did it?
I don't know. Like, I
don't know where it came from because I know like Rakdos was big for a while.
True. Yep.
And they were just like, throw the blue in there, make it better.
Yeah, kind of. It's like, wait, what about this plus counter spells?
What about if you countered stuff too?
Seems good. Yeah.
I just don't know where it came from.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure either, but yeah, I'm not sure why it was able to bubble up. So, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of popping around, but I'm not quite getting there. And okay, Mark is actually choosing a really interesting line here. They chose to play out instead of playing their own Sheoldred. Probably because they knew full well that Vert had more removal.
Oh my god, Vert is not in the same place as last match.
No, not at all.
It has turned.
Yes. Oh, how the turntables have turned. We're sitting. I mean, and at this point,
you have to play the Sheoldred now. I feel.
I mean, yeah. Otherwise, you just die.
Yeah.
Play it and make them have it.
They know they have removal, probably. You're hoping to get something.
Yeah, you're hoping it's a
AO.
kill spell removal. So that you get the out trigger, yeah.
If it's an auto
And for aggressive, they do get the trigger. Let's see what they spin into here.
They need something on the
something
field.
good.
Oh.
Wow! Those
wow.
Those are pretty good. They have their choice of Sheoldreds. They can pick between 2 Sheoldreds. That's kind of nice.
It is scary though, because the opponent has all their open mana.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially removal in hand. Maybe not.
Have to block here. Don't have a choice.
Have to block. Yeah.
Sucks, but what can you do? That starts to kill each other. Vert probably has a spare. Yep, there it is.
Oh no.
Ouch.
You send it back?
I feel like that's just delaying the inevitable. Because then Vert just plays it out again next turn.
Can you disdainful stroke it? No. It's disdainful stroke.
If they Otawara here, if they Otawara and then draw an untapped land, then they would have disdainful stroke up for next turn. And it looks like that's what they're going for. And they're going to make sure, yeah, one of the Rafine's Towers, the untapped land. They did not hit
they have another chance.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that was the draw? Oh, nice.
But that's okay, because now Vert can cast out Sheoldred, and now on their upkeep, they can cast Destroy Evil and take her out.
Yeah.
So it wasn't plan A, but
it
it'll work.
Little. Yeah. It was better than something. The tap land.
Yeah, tap land, that's the worst. We're like, oh yeah, just need an untapped land off the top, and then a tap land shows up. It's like, oh, it's so close. It's almost what I needed. All right. Toulouse. Clever Conductor. Getting the connive on. Ooh, Rafine. I do like seeing a Rafine.
Stroke. Is Evoke Despair is not in these Esper lists at all, right? No. I don't think they are.
No, they're not. Yeah.
Are they? No. They're in the Grixis list though? They are in the Grixis list?
I think part of the reason they're in the...
Which is interesting.
Yeah, I think a big part of the reason they're in the Grixis list is because the Grixis list is capable of generating treasure tokens through the Fable the Mirror Breaker. I think that's a big reason for that.
For 3 color,
because that makes it a lot easier to cast. Ooh.
Blue and white they win off having 2 life.
Oh yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's disheartening.
You can't count them out. Yeah. There's so many times. And we're in a situation right here where this has been an attrition battle back and forth.
Oh no.
Oh, that cut down is massive. Yeah, that disdainful stroke is not going to help there. Yep. Number 1.
Oh no.
Sheoldred, there's the D stroke. All right. Good. Mark saw that coming. Sniffed it out. Destroy Evil is not helpful
flying,
here.
Though. Is it? There's nothing you can do.
No, this is over. It's
flying.
over.
It's flying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have a big enough toughness for Destroy Evil to take it out. And Sheoldred is nice, but
not for. If you
fly.
gain life when an opponent drew a card, that'd
be sweet. Yeah, that'd be a different story.
That would actually be so helpful a lot of times.
Oh my goodness, yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, gonna do it anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, I think you cast out Sheoldred just because you can, and then
Yeah.
pass turn and just accept that is what it is.
Oh, booped him to 20.
Yep. Wow. That was a great game.
Oh no, that was game 3.
That was game 3.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So reanimated.
Yeah, no, it definitely has reanimated pretty hard. And I don't like that. I've had a number of times where I'm just sitting there with my Cruelty of Gix in hand, looking at Denick across the board, being like, "You son of a."
Well.
Yeah. Yeah.
You little lad.
Feels bad. Feels real bad. All right.
I love that Rafine art. That Rafine art looks so cool. Like a statue.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to mess with that. All right, so here we are. So this is this is Esper versus Grixis. Yeah, and here in the top 4, we have 1 Esper mid-range decks and 1 Esper mid-range deck and 3 Grixis mid-range decks.
So this is the Esper that made it.
Yes. Yep, this was the successful Esper that we just saw take down the previous match. And sure enough, Denik, right out the gate, lining up very nicely against the Blood Tithe Harvester. Or demanding removal. Either way, that's okay. So, yeah, Faust is going to take a damage off the Pain Land, sacrifice the Blood Token, and answer Denik. So, was that ideal? Not necessarily. Was it acceptable? Sure. Not a bad turn. Yeah.
All Damn, playing first really is nice.
Oh, yeah. All right, so now Vert has the option of, you know, there are actually a lot of options here. Ooh, but I think the correct answer just showed up in hand.
Yep.
I was just about to say, they could throw Denik here. They could disturb the Denik in the graveyard or, you know, leave mana up for Urtai. All fine choices.
It's just so scary. You know, Shelly is so early. You know, she's going to get dealt with early.
Yep. So I think the question is...
Do you put out the Denik? Oh, they're going to save Urtai?
I think saving Urtai actually makes a lot of sense here because Faust has 4 untapped lands, 2 of which can produce blue with 4 mana up. But there was no pause, and Shelly hits the board without any issue. Holy cow.
Oh.
Invoke Despair. Powerful for sure. Yeah, Rafine.
But the card draw.
Yeah, the card. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead. Have your cards. Now, you definitely want Rafine and Shelly together because those two get out of hand.
Yeah.
But at the same time, of the 2 choices, yeah. Sorry, Rafine. Thank you for doing what you do. Yep, Shelly just comfortably attacking into that 3/2. Getting it for 4 damage. An additional 2 on the upkeep. Faust needs an answer. And on top of that, so we saw Faust play the Voltage Surge earlier, which would not have answered Sheldred. Yeah. And that's the problem. That's the worst is when you're in a situation where you have to, where you have to dig for your answers. Sheldred's like, yeah, no, keep going. It's fine.
But it was fair, just
hurt. It hurt. Yeah. Yeah, pretty nasty.
I almost wonder what they had in their hand if there would have been less painful.
Maybe, yeah.
Probably
who knows?
not. That's probably why that probably wasn't. That's probably why they sacrificed for the draws.
Right? Yeah. My goodness, that was. Yeah, Invoke Despair is usually a silver bullet to get back in the game, and in this case, yeah.
Pointed at you.
Ouch! Yeah. Yeah, I'll lose my 1/4 flyer, but you're taking 4 damage here. And you don't have an answer for my 4/5. Yeah, it was just they needed to draw into removal. Like that's just at the end of the day, they just needed to draw into that removal. And looking at their list, I mean, they had actually in their main deck, they had 2 Infernal Grasp and 1 Soul Transfer. And 1 Urtai.
I see those Soul Transfer now.
Yeah.
Oh, in the Grixis or the
Grixis deck. Yeah, I'm looking at the Grixis.
Oh, it has the Soul Transfer.
Yep. Yeah, there weren't that many answers. But yeah, so I would imagine coming out of the sideboard, they do have Liliana the Veil on the sideboard, another Soul Transfer, maybe even Siphon Insight, which is an interesting include in the sideboard. I'll be interested to see if those come in.
Was it in the sideboard? It is.
Yep, they have 3 Siphon Insights in the side. Yeah. So I'll be very curious.
Very peculiar.
It certainly is. Well, how do you judge, you know, like what's the value of drawing a card? Like, okay, well, drawing a card is good. We all know that. But what's the value of drawing one of your opponent's cards? Like, well,
in the mirror, maybe value?
Maybe. Yeah. And
you know they're playing good cards.
Yeah, as long as they're playing good cards. That's the key. Well,
which in like situations like this, they pretty much are.
True. When you're going up against a mid-range opponent, you're going to get good quality cards, probably. Yeah. So I can appreciate that. You can make a really strong case for Siphon Insight being being pretty good.
You like the gamble. It just does seem slow.
There's a time and a place to gamble.
Top 8.
I mean, 4. Why not, right? Let's see what happens. Let's roll those dice.
Put it all on the line.
Yeah. Actually, one card that I am very excited to play with in Brothers War once it comes out is Gix, Yawgmoth Praetor. And it has the ability to you can discard. You can pay 7 mana, discard X cards, and then like
Oh.
get X cards off your opponent's library and cast them for free. It's so
Oh my
mean.
God.
Yeah, I love
That's
it.
horrible. That's
Yeah, I absolutely
terrible.
love it. That card's great. All right, so Infernal Grasp is coming down on Shelly immediately. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Get her off the board. And then we have Rafine here with Infernal Grasp or Destroy Evil up. So, not bad. Now, the thing I find interesting there is they chose not to Infernal Grasp Urtai before the damage.
Out. Oh, true.
Corpse Appraiser gonna hit Dennick. That's unfortunate. Not really anything you can do about it.
That's crazy too. You can exile something and get a card exile from not even your own grave.
Right?
You would think to draw your own cards, you would have to make the sacrifice out of your own grave.
Yeah. You think it would be a cost. But it's like, oh no, this is pure upside.
Yeah.
This is all good. Yeah.
All good stuff. That's
Yeah,
funny.
no, exactly. No, if it said, if a creature card out of your graveyard, I'd be like, okay, that's fair.
That would still be. I would think it would still be played.
Totally. Yeah, it's still good. You know, you're still getting
Yeah.
value out of something that otherwise wouldn't be particularly useful. So, all right.
A lot of land.
Yep. Yeah, conniving away a
I
land
would
feels...
say this looks more evenly matched. Like on the field so far, they seem more evenly matched. I mean, there is a bank buster over there.
And that bank buster could change things really fast.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think Vert is really hoping that Faust crews that thing before long so they can destroy evil. But that's probably not going to happen. I think it's because it's only a difference of 1 damage.
Yeah.
So they're better
Why
off
not
just attacking with
draw?
Urtai and then just drawing cards with it.
Yep.
Another
Another
Corpse
one.
Appraiser. My
Another
goodness.
one.
Well, now they'll have to eat their own graveyard if they choose to. But why wouldn't they?
They don't. Yeah, they don't get anything.
Yeah, they weren't going to use that Corpse Appraiser anyway, so all right.
It's funny they use the Corpse Appraiser.
It's kind of fitting, right? Yeah. They're helping each other out. Oh, it is getting crude.
They can still draw. Oh no, they can't. It's tapped.
They waited until the attack was declared. That was really smart. Yep. Boom. There we go. Card draw engine has been neutralized. That is always a good feeling.
Yep.
So they could cycle the Rafine's Tower. They could also channel either of the lands here. Channeling Takanuma would be pretty lackluster because if they don't hit a creature on the mill, it just gets nothing back. And and
they've drawn a lot of lands. That mill could potentially be something they need.
Yeah, exactly. So cycling Rafine's Tower, I think is correct. Oh, hello. And there's Shelly.
There she is. We need you to live.
That upkeep stop.
Oh no.
And Infernal Grasp. Fausta says, I was going to lose 2 life anyway, so I'm going to do it this way instead.
I love Infernal Grasp.
It's so good. My goodness.
This is looking scary.
A little bit. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, Channel Takanuma, I guess. I don't know what you're even hoping to get at this point, though.
No.
Yeah.
Or do you put something back in their hand? Even then, like...
But, yeah, exactly. Like, reloading a Corpse Appraiser or Urtai isn't so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they all have ETBs.
Yeah. What do you bounce? Yeah, none of that feels good. Yeah. Well, and if they attack a Numa, like, best case scenario, they spin into, like, a Rafine, play out Otawara, and cast Rafine. But there's still 9 damage on the board across 3 bodies, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so Vert saw that, like, yeah, there was no way out, so...
Wow. I feel like, it's the creatures and the... I don't know. I'm still look at the Grixis deck, and I'm just trying to figure out, like... I play it too, and I'm just like, why is it so powerful? Like, I don't understand. It doesn't seem that scary.
And well, every little piece of value just adds up.
I guess.
This is what it comes down to. It just adds up.
I know.
Yeah. Well, Corpse Appraiser. Corpse Appraiser I find fascinating because I'm pretty confident it was intended to be the Maestro's signpost uncommon for draft in New Capenna. Like, I don't believe that card was intended. I don't have any insight into Wizards R&D, but based on the way that they develop sets, I'm pretty confident that wasn't meant to be a constructed card, but it's just so good. It's putting a 3/3 body on board for 3 mana, even 3 specific colors of mana.
Right?
It's not that hard. And like you're saying, you get some card selection, it fills your graveyard, and you get to hit on your opponent's graveyard in the meantime.
That's insane.
It's nuts. It's just
It is
nuts.
nuts.
And yeah, so it's all upside. And with that 3/3 body, we've seen if you are eliminating your opponent's threats and you're the one left with the 3/3 standing, you win the game. You know, that's
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's pretty
I
gnarly.
know, and the creatures almost seem scarier in the Esper list. Like Rafina's scary, like Shouldred's still scary, cutting off the grave is scary for Dennick. Like it's just so crazy to me.
Right? No, you're right. Like at the end of the day, yeah, just if you just ask, like, okay, what's better? Corpse Appraiser or Rafine? Like Rafine. All day. It's not even close. Like what but at the end of the day, like here we're seeing
the Grixis list, just comes out on top.
Yeah, Grixis just pulls it together. Like
maybe it's got to be the Fable too, copying the Harvesters, and even Harvester doesn't even seem like. I mean, I guess he is a good like a 3/2, and you get to do stuff with him. It's just I don't know. I think it's because they all do like 3 things. It's not just like 2 effects. It's like 3, 4 if you count like the body on the field.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot.
No, I think you're spot on there. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Shelly's not even gonna hit the field. Just a hard nope on that. Make disappear. And now the Infernal Grasp can comfortably come in and deal with the Goblin Shaman before attacks. And Vert just grabbing Sheldred. They know exactly what they're doing this turn. Dropping their own Shelly.
Wow.
Dennick's gonna hit the bricks.
Nice.
Yep. And Sheldred and Rafine are now live and online.
That's a good little combo.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. So Fable the Mirror Breaker's here. The Reflection of Kiki-Jiki, rather. All right, Sheldred's great. I think pre-draw, I would Urtai Shelly. That's what I would do here. They choose to draw the card first. So the dueling Sheldred triggers hit. Okay.
Oh.
They're going to attack. Have Rafine connive. Quote unquote, offer the trade with Sheldred's. But the Wandering Emperor is in hand.
Yeah, definitely a bait.
Yeah.
You can't copy the Sheldred.
Correct. Yeah, for 2 reasons. One, the Kiki-Jiki is summoning sick, but also because it's legendary. So yeah.
Yeah.
And now here comes Urtai. Okay.
I guess it depends on how they block, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's kind of a 5-head play that you see, players at this level do.
Yeah.
Where they, put themselves in positions where they're attacking before even playing their land for turn, just to see how the opponent responds, give your opponent those choices, and then react from there.
Yeah.
Because, it can make a pretty significant difference. All right.
I get scared not playing my lands in case there's like some kind of make disappear that I can't pay for.
That's always the worst. I've done that before. Where I'll try to cast out I'll try to cast out like a Wandering Emperor, and they hit it with a Spell Pierce.
Looking for the latest comic book to add to your collection? How about the last card for that Magic the Gathering Commander deck? Well, the comic book store's got you covered. Shop online at comicbookstore.tcgplayerpro.com or come in person at 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey. Pizza people, are you enjoying the content? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit that bell icon as well. That way, anytime any of our new content comes out, you're able to see it right away. Hey, leave a comment down below as well. Tell us what you're going to play in the next event, or tell us what you're enjoying about the video. Don't forget, check out the description too. We've got tons of great content down below. And on top of that, we're going to have our tournament schedule too. So get in on it. Hope to see you.
So, that's how old this game is. And that's how rich the history of this game is. So it's just, it can be very daunting to new players. And I love the fact that
it is daunting. It's very daunting. It's scary.
It can be. I get it. And I know I aspire to be approachable to new players, but I know one trap that I fall into, and I know I'm not the only one who does this. if I get going and I'm excited,
Over-explaining.
I will just throw off like 5 or 6 card names, assuming everyone knows what the hell I'm talking
That
about.
happens all the time to me.
And yeah, and I've had people like slow me down, like, whoa, what was that?
Wait.
Like, you're not familiar with this like random card I mentioned from 15 years ago? Like, yeah. What do you mean you don't know what Watch Wolf is? I don't understand. Like, it's, yeah. Anyway.
No, that's. I get that a lot in my chat too. They're like, "Oh, this is like my combo in Commander," and I'm like, "Oh no, let me like look all these up real quick."
I bet it's really cool.
And I'm so interested in it too. Like, I watch a lot of Commander stuff on YouTube and stuff too. Like, I love to watch it.
I love it. That's fantastic.
Interesting.
Oh, Commander's a blast too.
Yeah.
I said, here we are, just gabbing about how much we love this game, which I could do until the cows come home. But here we are. We have the finals. It's happening right now.
Esper and Grixis.
Esper and Grixis, the 2 big decks.
Remaining.
And here they are.
I'm glad it's like this instead of just 2 Grixis, because then you know, like, all right, Grixis wins. This is actually kind of exciting.
Yeah, so here we go. So wedding announcement into Rafine, that's pretty sick. And on top of that, Vert had an earlier turn where they were able to hit the Fable of the Mirror Breaker with a Make Disappear. That's pretty fantastic. Unfortunately, Rafine just put a Denic in the graveyard that the Corpse Appraiser just chowed down on.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate. And this cut down is going to answer Rafine pretty comfortably. Vert knows exactly what they're doing next turn, and that is throw the other Rafine. Although, that land off the top then presents an interesting question, because they could throw Sheldred instead. Instead, they choose to go with the other option that I didn't see coming, which is Ludovic, the Necro Genius, which mills a Tenacious Underdog.
Nice.
Interesting. Yeah. All good things.
Value.
I know, right? No attacks, making more tokens. They could have attacked with both, lost the token with the counter on it, and then been able to cast Rafine. Like, yeah, you just got to destroy Sheldred here. But by creating the additional token, they're able to get more connive action if they're able to resolve Rafine here. All right, so they use Sheldred to crew the Bankbuster, so they have additional blockers. That makes sense.
Wedding announcement. Very pesky card without Mehook in a non-Mehook world.
Absolutely.
Very pesky.
That is correct. Yes. It was funny. I was absolutely like the day they announced Meathook got banned. I mean, I was excited. I definitely threw a party.
So opposite on you. Oh.
But on top of that, first thing I did was I built a Naya tokens deck using Wedding Announcement and Rabble Rousing. I'm just like, I'm going so wide.
I know, tokens are insane.
They're giving me an opportunity to go wide. I'm gonna see how wide can I get this in a standard in standard right now.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah, no, I was part of the problem on that one. Yeah.
I do think I just didn't expect it. I know people didn't like it, but I just didn't expect it. Standard was so tiny.
No, I think it's funny. There was that minute in Standard where the mono black deck kind of reigned supreme, and I know a lot of people were saying like that deck is too busted, and the deck was too strong. To be honest, I don't think the mono black deck was really problematic. I think a lot of black cards were incredibly strong, but that didn't necessarily equate
in every color. Like every color has something that's like pesky.
True. All right, so here comes Rafine. Speaking of pesky, this has an opportunity to get absolutely gross. And let's see if it happens.
Yeah, these board states are this is game 1 too, right? Yeah. Game 1.
Yeah, it's game 1. Oh, make disappear on Rafine. They did casualty it. So Rafine does not resolve. The reason that was going to be especially nasty is had Rafine resolved, they would have been able to connive 4 upon an attack with everybody. And they could have dumped all of those counters onto either Sheldred to hopefully keep her alive by making her just absolutely huge, or put it on Denic and just get a stupid amount of life gain. Also, just gaining 8 life in the process of Sheldred. So Rafine dying there definitely hurts.
Oh, send it in the... I guess they're going to kill something.
Yeah, they go for the double block, and then they can destroy evil on the Bankbuster.
Nice.
That's a nice little blowout. Yeah.
I wonder if there was even argument. Well, no, it's not worth it. To crew the other one. No. Just take the...
Right,
the
yeah.
Or they just both die. Like both Bankbusters. No point.
Yeah, that would be a bummer. And losing a Bankbuster that still has 3 counters on it would be
that's
pretty rough.
not ideal. Ooh.
Yeah. Invoke Despair coming
This is-
down. With a Sheldred on the other side. Again,
Yeah,
by all
scary.
means,
Oh
draw some
no,
cards.
they needed to do it, I guess. Our board state was scary.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Vert identifying that their best chance for victory there was to just put all the resources on the board. Make your
We
opponent have an
watched
answer to
Vert.
all of it.
We've watched Vert like the whole time.
Yeah, we have seen
We've
quite
been
a
Team
few
Vert.
games from quite a few games from Vert. And yeah, thank you, Vert, for streaming to the
Thank
to the
you.
Discord. We appreciate it very much. Yeah. Because this is an absolute joy to watch. Yeah, the opponent had 3 Invoke Despairs and just yeah, my goodness. That's and double Fables that weren't able to do anything. I mean, yeah, that's
I do think opponent. Yeah, I think their opponent is also streaming.
oh,
Let's
excellent.
see.
But yeah, and huge thank you actually to all of our competitors, not only for just showing up and hanging out and, you know, tossing your hat into the ring and seeing what you can do, because this has been a very tight, you know, tournament from start to finish. Like looking at the standings from the Swiss, there were some amazing games, and like everybody brought their A game today. It was awesome to see. And also, yeah, huge thank you to everybody who was streamed to the Discord so we could actually, you know, provide coverage of this event for the folks at home. It helps a ton.
That is great. Yeah, I'm glad that they share the screens.
Oh,
especially in the top 8. There's so many less people to pick from.
Yeah, it's fun in the Swiss.
You see so much wild decks.
Oh, yeah, you see the weird stuff. People are willing to kind of, especially in a free-to-play tournament, you know, if people have a rogue deck or something kind of weird that they think they might have a shot with, they'll jump in, play a couple rounds and see what happens, and that's great. Like we encourage that. Yeah, because some of the weird stuff you can see on turns, you know, in rounds 1 and 2 is just delightful. And
that scared me a little bit. I'm like, oh no, what's going out of left field with the chair?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, and actually, I'm really excited for next week as well. The Explorer.
Oh my gosh, I know.
Because Explorer, there are a lot of decks that have become, you know, pretty common and popular in Explorer, but every now and then you'll see some really off the wall stuff. Like we had one deck in an Explorer tournament a number of weeks ago now that was mono white running Containment Priest in the main, and it did like all kinds of weird. Or no, anyway, it got weird, and it was super fun to watch. You know, they were using like blink effects to remove the opponent's stuff forever, and it was like,
oh my goodness,
it was so cool. And like things like that happen when you're in, you know, a format like Explorer where there are a ton of cards to choose from.
Oh yeah, and the new set will be out for the next Explorer tournament, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, yeah, Brothers War is going to be dropping on Arena in 2 days, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So
yeah, it's on Tuesday.
It's coming. Yeah, strap in, everybody. Get your Phyrexian Flesh Gorgers ready. And if you queue up against me in the, you know, on the ladder in those first couple of days, just I hope you brought Graveyard Hate, because I will be reanimating Phyrexia. Just be aware that's gonna happen. All right. Yes, and I would be remiss if I did not mention our intrepid producer and host, Hollywood Pizza. He and I actually do record a number of videos over on his YouTube channel, actually, which if you're not following, definitely do. And we actually record when new sets come out. We do preview videos and the like. And when we did one for Streets of New Capenna, he was very high on Rafine. Like I remember, you know, when we recorded, I'm like, yeah, Rafine's good, but it like. Are they going to be that good? And he's like, yeah, no, this card's amazing. This is the best card in the set. Just watch. I got to say, I think he's right.
I think if it was beating, like, I think if Esper was on top instead of Grixis, they might have banned it.
Maybe.
I think because the Grixis list keeps coming out on top, they're like, well, clearly it's not
that impressive.
unbeatable.
Yeah, exactly. Clearly not unbeatable. Yeah. But no, Rafine's savage. And, yeah. Ooh, Rona's Vortex.
That Warden, that's so good. Warden is so also a pesky card.
Yeah. Well, it's
also so pesky.
Yeah. Well, Sanctuary Warden is one of those cards. Like, it is a 6-drop, so like it's asking a lot of you to get it on the field. But once it's on the field, what do you do? I mean,
what do you do?
Yeah, it's brutal. Well, you Rona's Vortex it to the bottom. That's what you have to do.
That's great. I love that. That was
phenomenal answer.
That was a great Rona's Vortex target.
All right. Rafine, just keep doing that thing you do.
Yeah, Grix is the best deck in Standard for 2 months now. I know. I feel like that came out of nowhere. I know we talked about it earlier. I just can't.
Yeah. No, it was a good contender for a while, but the fact that it has stepped up this much is just
nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts. I didn't see that coming. I'm also very intrigued by the fact that Vert has chosen to hold back Shieldred in place of keeping removal up.
Bluffing
Now,
the Emperor also? I mean, they have 2 removals. Oh.
Okay. Otawara is going to be bouncing Ludovic on the end step. Now, the Fable of the Mirror Breaker is going to be flipping here with the Corpse Appraiser on the field. So they can't use it this turn because fortunately, when they fixed Kiki Jiki, they didn't give it haste. Yeah.
So I wonder what they're gonna remove here. They're gonna kill the Kiki probably. Oh, kill the Bank.
I think they're gonna.
Oh.
I don't think that. Yeah, I was about to say I don't think that's the mode they meant. Yeah, they're gonna use Destroy Evil on the Buster, and then I'm guessing they're gonna Infernal Grasp the Corpse Appraiser, which you don't necessarily feel good about because you're taking 2 damage to prevent 3 damage. But if you're gonna use it, you kind of have to use it now. They choose not to.
Oh my God. I'm scared.
Me too.
Oh no!
Spare, no! Oh.
Oh no! Maybe it's Invoke Despair because it's almost. I mean, other than the red, it's kind of similar. I don't know. I think Invoke Despair might be why Grixis is on top versus Esper.
Possibly, yeah. Possibly. My goodness, that card. Like Invoke Despair is a great card. Like, there's no question. It is absolutely fantastic. The fact that it is castable in 3 color decks right now,
I love it.
Blows my mind. Like I thought, okay, this card is going to be good in the mono black deck.
Only.
I thought it was an exclusive mono black card. I didn't think there was a chance it would see play anywhere else.
I was so obsessed with that card when it came out. I was playing mono black snow so heavy when that came out.
Oh, nice!
I was so excited.
That's fantastic.
I'm glad it's never going to go anywhere.
No.
People are never
invokes a house. It's yeah. So you're playing Mono Black Snow. I'm curious. Did you ever get Draugr Necromancer to work?
No, I never used zombies, right? Zombies?
Yeah, well, it was a 4/4 for 4 that whenever your opponent's creature died, you would get it, or you would get the ability to cast it. Like, would go into exile, and then you could cast it as long as Draugr Necromancer. It was the kind of jank I was trying to make work.
No, definitely not me.
It only works in the snow decks. It was never meta by any means. I just like when you say like black snow, I'm like, ooh, maybe? No, okay. Still just me? Okay.
I'm not funky enough. One day. I always talk about how I want to brew jank out of like all my pet cards, but I know it's gonna be all pet cards.
That's okay. Yeah. That is totally okay. All right, so here we are. This is game 3.
I know.
Here we are. The finals. Winner take all. This is it. It all comes down to this. Blood Death Harvester versus Wedding Announcement. And good old Corpse Appraiser. Coming on down, getting rid of the tenacious underdog.
Corpse Appraiser so oppressive.
So good. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, I mean, what can you do against that? That's
get appraised.
Yep. Yeah, and especially in this current meta where so many cards are finding their way to the graveyard so regularly with things like Connive, with, just small creatures dying quickly. I mean, with the cut down being a staple in the format, little things end up in the graveyard all the time.
Oh. Making those 3 lands work.
Yeah, buddy. And I see, so I know there's going to be a delay, and I don't usually interact with chat too much during these broadcasts, but I do see a comment about budget omniscience. One with the multiverse. Yes, that is another card that is absolutely going to get reanimated because it slaps. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, is that a new one?
It's a new one in Brothers War. It's an 8-drop enchantment that gives you the ability to look at the top card of your library at any time. And you can cast spells and play lands from the top of your library without any issue. And once on your turn, you get to cast a spell from the top of your library or your hand for free.
Oh, snap.
You get one free spell.
I have seen that.
That thing's nuts.
Some of these new cards look insane, and I know how Magic Brewers are too, where they do crazy stuff with these cards.
Oh, yeah. Stuff's gonna get very weird very soon.
Oh no.
All right, so Cardarelli
Uh-oh.
had a dominant board presence. The wedding announcement, pumping out 3 tokens, now all of them being 2/2s is very meaningful. And that Urtai being able to answer the Invoke Despair was huge. Now, this Invoke Despair is going to destroy the wedding announcement. If I'm Vert, I'm really considering sacrificing Ow here to buff my whole squad. I don't know that that's worth it in the end. Yeah, and they choose to just sack a token. Losing the wedding announcement does bite, but they only lost 2 health, so...
There's probably more removal for the AO, so...
More likely.
But you can swing. You can swing.
Yeah.
You can swing. Oh,
I don't know. With the Urtai.
I'm scared. I was like, that was fine, but now I'm like, oh god.
Well, this is kind of nice because they have the Wandering Emperor.
Yeah. Do you save that?
Yeah, Emperor's a decent combat trick. Also, if they throw Wedding Announcement, they will draw a card off it because they've attacked with 2 creatures. So that's nice.
I play so scared when my life total gets to this. I'm like, the thought of like flashing Emperor on my turn while I'm attacking scares me so much.
That's fair, actually. Yeah, you're not wrong. That you got to be careful about stuff like that. This is the point in the game where I love seeing if I can turn the corner. Because the best answer when you are up against the wall and you are about to die because your life total is just so low, the best answer a lot of the time is to find a way to come back out of nowhere and kill the opponent rather than worry about just removing threats and trying to stay alive. You know? And so sometimes you have to make weird attacks. Like sometimes that's exactly what you have to do. And I respect it. I do.
That vigilance is so nice.
So nice. Oh my goodness, yes.
They have 2 mana open. Evening out a little.
All right.
Blockers.
More blockers.
Is nice.
You love to see it. Guard the face.
Pizza says you need to know when to win. Most people try not to lose. No,
100% right.
I try not to lose. I get a lot of like coaching help from other like streamers and players like on Discord, like off stream, and they're always like, "Why are you attacking? You have it." I'm like, I'm scared.
No, and a lot of the time, what ends up happening, the key in my experience is to know, like, take a look at the current board state and try to see what kind of a clock is your opponent on. And
that's always that too.
If you can get your opponent onto a 2-turn clock, and you can survive for 1 turn, you can win. It keeps them
from attacking you.
Exactly. Like, yeah, if you can get them into a position where, like, yeah, it's interesting. It's very cool. And there are a number of games that I'll be honest, I had no business winning, but I made a gutsy attack, and they didn't have a trick, and I was able to squeak it out. And it happens.
And that's great. You're like, yes.
Feels so good. So good. It's the best. Yeah.
Oh, making a samurai.
Yep. Pumping out a samurai here is interesting. They could have buffed up Ow. That was an option.
But 2 Ow attacks. Oh, no. No Ow attacks.
Grasp on Ow. This is interesting because they could.
Okay. You can't get another Ow with Ow, can you?
No, it's 4. Yeah.
4 or less. Okay.
But they could get well, I mean, they could get like a shield red or something, but yeah. Well, like a shit like that, like a shield red or something. Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh no, they're at 6 and they spent the 2 for the grasp.
Yep.
They're gaining life. The board's getting wide.
It's happening. All right. Yeah, and now
you just let Shieldred do it.
Yep, with Shieldred on the field, onus is on Cardarelli to find an answer.
Oh,
no! And they don't have it. My goodness.
It's Esper.
And
I'm shocked.
That might have looked like a mistake on Cardarelli's part to get rid of the Owl there, but I was going to kill them in 2 turns. Like, so they had to do something.
So Owl's catching the ban.
Yeah, Owl's been the problem this whole time.
Now, those were definitely some grindy games. I want to give a big shout out to Vert for taking down the tournament with Esper midrange. I want to give a big thank you to HamHocks42 and EFilly for giving us some phenomenal commentary in the top 8. And I want to thank you, the viewer, for making it this far into the video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, bell notification, leave a comment down below. You can find information for all the tournaments that we host, 3 a month, free to play with cash prizes. You can find the information for the content for the commentators as well, and any links for deck lists in the description below. And I hope that you stay cheesy.